2003. This is the first class reserve gazetted in 1984. The operation of the quarry here started in 1967. But then, in 1984, the government gazetted the whole area under Class 1 Forest Reserve. Class 1 Forest Reserve means no activity, virgin jungle, Class 1. Okay? Then, when Hap Seng continued to blast this hill, people complained. Then in 2003, they amended it to Class 2, reclassify it from protected Class 1 to commercial Class 2. Right? So Hap Seng's, that earlier was authentic syndrome Bahat during the quarry. Now they changed it to Hap Seng Building Material Syndrome Bahat. So in 2006, Hap Seng Building Material Syndrome Bahat, their TOR proposed to do Trick Hill quarry because they were quarrying the site already. They want to do the top in 2006, but rejected in March 2007.
EIA rejected.
EIA
rejected.
EIA rejected.
During the EIA process.
Okay. So in 2007, after they rejected, they go for the TOR this time underground, pitch. Then whatever they already dig, they want to dig
further down.
Again, the EIA rejected in April 2009. Then August 2010, that is very recent, they come in another I give you the chronology of the event. First before that. 2001-10, Hap Seng Syndrome Bahat contributed a total of 2 million to the Department of Forest Conservation Trust Fund. And that during that same period, they signed a whole life plan with forestry. The agreement is this supplement agreement gives the Hap Seng the right to occupy the whole area for another 15 years to produce forest. Then only then in January 2011 they do another TOR. This time the top and the bottom together. They call it the whole Kukusan Quarry Life Plan Operation in Tawau. They call it Project Whole Kukusan Quarry Life Plan Operation. So now in 2010 Hap Seng Building Material, the TR project is project under Project Whole Kukusan Quarry Life Plan Operation in Tawau. EIA this time approved. That means they can dig the whole mountain and dig a hole. They are allowed. But the first two earlier proposal of the same thing wasn't allowed. But because why is it allowed when the first one individually you take the top of the head cannot, dig a hole cannot, but this time you combine both and the whole life you can dig up and down, they are allowed. What is the criteria of approval of this type of EIA? Okay. Now the most things that we like to remind President. The Trick Hill Reserve fall under Section 26 of the Land Ordinance 1 and 2, which means it belongs to the people. It's a gazetted reserved land. That means this land belongs to the people. But Hap Seng, according to the survey, have blasted 99% of the top and down, and leaving only 0.6%, 0.06% left, which is what is stated by the surveyor. Okay? Now we know the intentions of Hap Seng, because this is very clear from the way they requested the TOR and the EIA report. They not only wanted to totally flatten the hill, they want to dig a hole so deep that they wanted to make it into a Sunway Lagoon. Okay? So how can that be? That's why we are asking it. Because under Section 26, Hap Seng is violating the law. The company that or rather did not have, I think, clear violation of the law, and also our land and survey had not done their duty. Section 23 is also very clearly that only the surface, only the surface belongs to the title land. The bottom is always belong to the government. The law. Okay. So when we want to clarify, we want to understand why a forest reserve allow a company to step in. Because normally under the Gazette Forest Reserve, once it's gazetted, nothing can be done in that area except only on forestry matter. In this scenario, somebody has just stepped beyond what is being there. Now, and when I asked some Manams about the status of this land, because why are they involved in the quarry, this is what reply I get. And the reply is that they signed a supplementary agreement under Section 15 of the acquisition right in the forest reserve. So whether the agreements should be in section is up to some Manam to explain to our stakeholder. Now, Section 22, when it's a forest reserve, it stays as a forest reserve unless it's converted to a park, a game sanctuary, or bird sanctuary. So when the DYDs gazetted this place, it's a forest reserve, you cannot do any other thing except if you want to request it for park, game sanctuary. And this one cannot be seized. It means the forest is not to cease. It means it remains there forever once it's gazetted. You cannot convert it to something else. But why are we now looking at a situation where a company can remove totally the whole hill and dig a big hole, at the same time telling us that they can convert it to a sunbed lagoon? Okay. Now all this is we investigate, and it's all coming from the EIA report, the Amendment Act on the Forestry, and the Land Ordinance. So in this scenario, somebody is not following the law. The Land Ordinance law, the Forest Amendment law. So our people have filed a police report to the land office complaining why actions is not taken to stop the quarry and violated activity.